I'm streaming from New York City at 8 p.m. in the evening, and this is CreateOS Lounge Vibe Coding. We do this every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m., and today we're going to start with Bitbucket to CreateOS migration. Well, normally with these sessions, we do an open, a creative session where we can vibe code together, and there's really honestly no agenda. The last session, I decided to create an application. We vibe coded it live together within an hour. We built something together and then we deployed it from all within the terminal. We use Claude Code. We used NodeOps skills. And I think for the prompt generation, I used ChatGPT. So today I have a new idea. Also, I'm open to any new ideas. If there's something you're interested in, like type it into the stream. I'll see it. I'll see the chat. So welcome to ask any of your questions. So let me get started by showing you what I have planned for today. The first thing we'll do is we will migrate from Bitbucket to CreateOS, which should probably only take like 10 minutes. And then, let me show you, share my screen. Here we go. Okay, so we are going to start with there. So migrating Bitbucket to CreateOS, this will be 5 to 10 minutes. And then I had this idea. So in the last session, we did spicy food training, but another thing that I really enjoy is movies. And there is this app called Letterboxd, and basically it is a social media for people who are really into movies. You basically just keep track of the movies you watch, write reviews, follow your friends, you can read each other's reviews, and it doesn't sound like much, but it's very wholesome, and I love movies so much. So it's one of my favorite social media platforms. But I was thinking, can I take this further? Can I take this data and do something with it? Oh, hey guys. Hey Dante. Hey Mr. Block. Welcome. You guys I just got started. Hold on, let me pull up my stream so we can see each other. Hi. Okay, all right, back to what I was saying. All right, so Letterboxd is a social media for people who are really into movies. And I was like thinking, what can I do with this data? Then I was like, you know what? I really get along with people who like the same movies I do. So what if I can create a dating app with movies? Think about that for a second. Imagine if I could like know what kind of movies you like, what I like, and then we can find the overlap. So let me draw this out. Letterboxd dating app. Let me draw this out. Hey, Richard. Hey, Fedosky. All right. This is what I'm thinking. And by the way, this is such a crazy idea and I've never tried it before. So we're going to try and live code this together. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm drawing out. So let's say this is, should we give them fake names? Oh, thanks, Dante. All right, let me use your name, Dante. I'm sorry. Okay, so Dante's movies, right? And then we'll use someone else's name. Give me a name. Barry's movies. Hey, Barry. Right. And so we each have our own preferences and movie tastes. But there is an overlap usually. Maybe we like the same movie. Maybe we watched the same movie. Maybe there was something on our list that overlaps. So we're looking for this golden spot. Let me see if I can get a star here. A star. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so basically I want an app that's able to pull the data from this. So let me show you Letterboxd. I feel like I'm getting way ahead of myself because I'm supposed to be showing you Bitbucket right now. But let me show you Letterboxd real quick. Hey, my boy. Okay, so this is Letterboxd. You can make an account right now If you do, you should totally add me as a friend. My username is Juliana Peace. And so my account looks like this. I have all the movies I watch is here. I also have like reviews. I write reviews for movies that I've seen. I have a watch list. So these are the movies that I want to watch that I haven't seen yet. Okay. And I also have like movies that I've liked in the past, you know, movies that I like are my favorites. And so other people, let's look at another profile. Let me look at other people's profile. By the way, if I click into any of these movies, for example, Gattaca. Gattaca is one of my favorite films, like top film. It's rated. I gave it a 5 stars, but people have rated it. Let me click into it. People have rated it like 3.8. And so we can also read other people's reviews. So let's take a look at that. For example, someone wrote, "A dude so impressed by Ethan Hawke's." I'm sorry, I'm not going to read that out loud. Futuristic technology, but ID photos are low res. Yeah. So these are reviews for other people. And I can click into their accounts. I can click into Omar and I can see what kind of movies they like. All right. So basically, hey Drewski, we'll meet again. Welcome everybody. We're talking about movies and how to get this data into a dating app. Yes, thank you. Let me know how you like Gattaca. I think it's the perfect futuristic movie about the human spirit. Yeah, and genetic engineering. All right, but back to the idea. I'm thinking I need to get the data out and then match it with someone else. So I did a little bit of research and I was like, okay, Letterboxd, do you have an API? Turns out they do have an API, but I have to apply for it and they don't allow small projects. And I'm like, crap, I can't get the API, so how do I get the data out? And then I found this tool. It's called Letterboxd Gaps. And what it does is like apparently Letterboxd allows you to export your own data in CSVs. Hey Eddie, hey Amy. Letterboxd allows you to export your data into CSVs. And so you can take the CSV, assuming, we can do an MVP with this. Let's say make your letterbox, you send me your CSV, I don't know, DM it, and then I take my export, and then we place it both into an app. We can now analyze that data and find where we match. So let's try building it out. Any questions? I'm totally here. All right, so that is the idea. Where's my... Yep. Okay. So assuming Dante's movies are a list of CSV and they have to export this because I don't have an API key, at least not right now. But I can apply and see if I can get it in the future. Please spell the letterbox draft of what it's called. Huh? Letterbox draft? I don't understand, Kansi. And we want to find you want a tool that takes both CSVs and get where we match. And then maybe we can do something fancy. Look at what movies match. We can take and do some analysis on top of it. Maybe do some rankings. I don't know, just extract whatever we can get. So I'm gonna run through, what is it, 8:10 right now? We're 10 minutes in. Let me run through Bitbucket migration, and then we're gonna start letterbox coding. Cool. Thanks for joining my stream, guys. This is awesome. All right, Bitbucket. So Bitbucket, if you guys don't know, is very similar to GitLab and GitHub, except it is more enterprise, and it uses Git under the hood, just like GitHub. And so some people may have projects hosted here. If you're a part of the small minority that is, we can export your project into CreateOS. And CreateOS is awesome. All right. So here is my Bitbucket. Where's my repo? Hey, Final. Can't stay to chat, but wanted to say hi. Oh, it's nice of you to stop by. Hello. Okay, we'll see you next time, Final. All right, so here's my repo, super duper garbanzo. And in order to migrate to CreateOS, you just, hey, Gamer Boy, good morning. Come over here and download your repo. And then you will have a zip folder. With the zip folder, now you go into createos.nodeops.network. And then after you sign in, we talked about this last time. When you sign in, you get automatically 400 credits. So we come over here to the left and we go deploy, and then come over to deploy using file upload. And then you're going to upload a file. Give it a name. So we're going to call it Garbanzo. And then I know my project is on port 3000. And then I'm going to upload that zip folder that we just downloaded from Bitbucket. And then we click deploy project. That's it. After this, the build AI will analyze your code and then figure out what commands it needs to build. So now we just hang back and chat. Oh, welcome, winner. Winner, oh glory. What are we deploying again today? All right. First of all, right now I'm doing a quick demonstration, and then after this, we're going to deploy a movie dating app. That's what I'm calling it, but it's honestly not even a dating app. It's like how can I take the movies that you like and you want to watch and then find where it overlaps with someone else. So I think it's more like an MVP, and I think we can build on top of it and turn it into a dating app if I can get access to the API key. If I can get access to the API key, then now I have access to all of the users and all of their lists. And then I can find people with your similar taste profile and then match you up that way. That's the idea. So it's a movie dating app. But don't have high expectations. The MVP today is just to see if I can extract the data from Letterbox and if I can get like some analytics or statistics out of that, out of like two people's movie sets. Yeah, it does sound fun. Thanks, Remy. If you guys have any other dating like or any app idea, I'm open to it. We can try vibe coding it next time. I just went into a whole spiel. But while we're here, I'm going to show you this app. It's called Letterbox Gaps. This is not my project. This is someone else's. And it takes the data from your letterbox and analyzes what you haven't seen yet. Brian said, super straightforward. I have expectations already. If it works, the market for it would be crazy. I think it'd be cute, you know? I think it'd be cute. I love movies. GM Sadiq. Thanks for having expectations. Okay, this is still deploying. So anyway. Oh, wait. Ooh. Garbanzo has deployed. Let's see if it's up yet. Nice. Sweet. That was pretty smooth. That's my app that I got from my Bitbucket. Awesome. Let me walk you through real quick. So we just deployed Garbanzo. You watch me do the whole thing, signing into Bitbucket, downloading the zip folder, placing it into Build AI, and it's just done. And here's the deployment URL that it generated. And there's a couple of things I can do here. I can also, from here, I can check out deployment logs as well as build logs. So you can see like build AI detected it was using NPM, it was on port 3000 and ran the code it needs. You can also set up your own custom domain here. Check out deployment logs. You can create a new environment. It's running on the production environment right now. which it auto-created itself, by the way, and then run some analytics and settings on it. And it was built with AI rather than manually. All right, done. Now let's move on to the next step. If you guys have any questions with deploying with CreateOS, welcome to ask in the stream. All right, this is done. Let me cross it off. Done. Okay, now let's move on to Letterbox. Ooh. Okay, so this is Letterbox Gaps, this app that someone made, and this is what gave me the idea. I clicked into this link and it takes me here where I can export my data. So if I click export my data, I can now download a file of every movie I've seen, I've logged, I've reviewed, I've liked, all of them. So basically my entire profile. So I'm going to download that. And after you download it, it says you can drag and drop it into this window. So let me pull that file back up. I'm going to go into my downloads where it's sitting. There's my file that I downloaded, and I'm going to drag it into Gaps. And now it's doing its analysis. This is someone else's app, by the way, but this gave me my idea. So these are all the movies I've seen. It's kind of cool because it kind of arranges it in like color coordinated order. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, I've seen 420 movies. I can also filter by watch lists. So these are the movies that I want to watch that I have not seen yet. And I can do analysis on top of it. For example, female directors. Out of every movie I've watched, only the highlighted ones were female directors. So this is cool. This is data. Then I go into countries. So apparently the greenest country are the countries where I have never seen a movie from. So I've seen movies from the US, from Canada, I've seen movies from Mexico and Brazil, but I have not seen any movies from Argentina, from Russia, Kazakhstan. I haven't seen a lot of movies from Southeast Asia even, you know? So this tells you that there's movies that I still, that I need to expand my horizon. I can also filter by language. So there's a bunch of languages I haven't seen. I haven't seen any like Mongolian movies, for example. So this is all from the CSV file that I just exported. So the next question is, what does the CS file look like? All right, let me pull that file up. I have not seen any African movies. Did you see that country? I guess I've seen the South African movie. Look at that. I can see, I saw South Africa. I saw a Tanzanian movie. So technically I have seen some African movies, but there's a whole bunch I haven't seen. Also, I wish I can, let me zoom in on here. Here we go. If I hover over a specific country, like Nigeria, for example, where is it here? 1,091 films from Nigeria that I have not seen. So in order for this to be grayed out, I need to see at least one. If you guys have a Nigerian film to recommend for me, I'm happy to hear it. If it's a country that I have seen it from, it just says already seen. Cool. Okay, so now let's take a look at some of the data. What actually shows up when I download it? So let's go into the zip file, and I'm going to expand it. I'm double clicking it, and then I'm going to open it up. Can I make this bigger? No, I don't think so. In fact, here's what we're going to do. We're going to bring it into cursor and jump straight in. So, new project. I'm going to call it movie dating. All right, and then I'm going to bring my data in here. So So I'm going to drag it into projects and then go into movie dating app. Perfect. And now we're going to make this bigger so you guys can see. All right. I think the first step is to understand what data I'm working with, and then we're going to extrapolate and try and figure out how we can code something. And we're going to vibe code what it looks like. So what was exported was a bunch of CSV files. Here's my first CSV file. Let me get rid of this. Just all of the movies that I want to see. It has date, name, year, and the URL. Same as movies that I've seen, watched. Here are my 419 movies. Date, movie, year, URL. Right. So far, so good. Looks good. I also have reviews. I write reviews as well. We can probably do some analysis on top of reviews, but I want to keep it basic right now and just look at like maybe watch list and watched. What movies have we both seen together? And what movie do we want to see in our future? I think that may be cool. Ratings. So ratings is like what I've rated movies, 5-star, 4-star, 3-star. This might be useful, but I think honestly watched and watch list may be all that I need. Comments looks empty. Diary. What's diary? Oh, diary is when I take my movie and I give it a tag. So that doesn't look as useful, to be honest. Then I have, what is it, orphaned? These are empty. Lists. Oh, this one's fun. List is fun. Let me show you list, guys. All right. So in Letterboxd, you can actually create your own lists of movies. These are like, for example, I have one for Asian movies. I have one for survival movies. So these are movies that I have created myself. I really enjoy. I think this is cool to use. If I can analyze this data with like potential partners like movie lists, then we can start looking at like overlaps because these are not necessarily their watch lists. All right. And also, what is it, likes? It's not movies that I've liked. So this may be useful too, films.csv. All right. So this data looks, it feels like I'm going to use this file, like maybe 3 files from here. So I think the next step is to create a fake partner. I'm actually going to duplicate this folder. Let me see if I can do that. I want to duplicate that folder and change some data around so I can have a mock person. Downloads, documents. Okay, let me rename it. Let's call it fake person. All right. So now I have 2 data sets here, 2 folders. And one is mine and one is the fake person's. And I'm going to go in and change the fake person's and just maybe delete some stuff around. Right now it's just my stuff. So let me delete maybe the first half. And as you're deleting, don't delete the first line. The first line is important. Because it's a CSV file, it uses the first line as its columns. So it needs that for extraction. So I'm leaving the last few. So there's only 10 movies on this list. Hit save. And then under watched, hey Mayor, I'm glad you're here too. For my watch list, we'll also delete a whole bunch of them. So I only have Maybe this many. Okay. And then I think I'll also use likes. So films that I've liked. I'll also delete a few of these. So let's leave 3 likes in here. Okay. Maybe if I were to be a little extra, I think I'm going to ask like AI. Here's where we bring AI in. I'm going to ask AI to auto-generate some fake data. Let's see what I can do. Or you know what? Maybe we can just go ahead without it. No, let's do it. Okay. So cd into letterbox fake person. And I want to change watchlist.csv. So what am I looking at? What I want is the URL copy relative path. Yeah, relative path. Okay. So given this relative path, now I'm going to go into my AI agent and say, hey, can you add a few, let's say 50 lines of fake data in this file? It should match the previous. It should match the format of previous lines. Okay, let's see if that works. Huh, it's doing it. Awesome, dude. Okay, so we have a whole bunch of fake movies. Okay, let's keep it. I'll do the same thing for a watch list as well. Let me copy this relative path. Can you do the same thing for this file? Paste. All right. So now we have 2 people's data where they overlap just a little bit. Now we're going to create a prompt where we can see if we can analyze the data from these 2 guys. Okay, perfect. Done, done, done. So let's think about this. By the way, can you guys see? If you guys can't see, I can totally make this a little bit bigger. Or I can read it out loud. Okay, so now I have to craft this prompt. All right, what do I want this to do? I want it to take 2 CSV files from each person and then see where they overlap. But I want it to be an app. Can you analyze the data from both persons into and return which movies? No. Okay. All right, here's the prompt I've crafted. I said there's 2 folders in here with CSV files exported from Letterboxd. They both contain a file named watchlist.csv and watch.csv. Can you create an application that analyzes the data from both persons and return which movie they both have seen or want to see? So that's pretty simple. I think that's a good start. Let's see what happens. By the way, I'm using the default agent. I've set it to auto, and I'm using cursor right now. Do you guys use Claude Code? Oh, interesting. The agent is creating a JavaScript script file and just parsing the CSVs. Okay, we're done. Looks like they created a code called compare letterbox.js, and to run it, we just run node compare letterbox.js, and it did it. Okay, it says we have 11 watched in common and 10 watched in it. 10 comments in our watch list. Okay, so far so good. Now I'm gonna bring it up one more step. Okay. I want a user interface that looks just like Letterboxd Gap. I want to be able to take the entire zip folder and compare them together. So I have to craft a prompt for this. So awesome, it works. Next step. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to say, awesome, it works. Next steps, we create an application where users can upload their zip folders. The zip folder will look like the folder structure seen here. So now I'm giving it the context of what the folder should look like. Because exported file stays in the same shape, so it will have these files even if they're empty. All right, so after users upload their zip folders, sorry, I'm gonna ramble a bit because I'm thinking out loud here. Again, I've never done this before. We're just trying to see if it works. All right, so I take the zip folder. User can click go or analyze. Okay. All right, so I said then the user can click go or analyze and the app will return which movies they both have seen or want to see. So this is just basic, data analysis. We're not even doing any like dating, compatibility matches yet, but I think we can get there. If we layer on another API and take a look at like what genre of music, now we can do some really, really useful analysis. Okay. I hope you guys can see this. So AI is saying it's going to create a web app with zip upload using comparison logic. It's going to create a small server. Oh, it's using Express and Multer for the zip folders and using comparison logic. All right, that looks good. I'm just going to hit continue. Okay. There's my package.json. It's making a server.js. Perfect. Then it's creating the front end HTML, index.html. I'm excited to see what happens. Running npm install. All right, it's done. I'm gonna go through the summary real quick, and then we're gonna see what happens. All right, here's what happened. Shared comparison logic. It uses this file lib letterbox to do the comparison of folder A and folder B by using both the command line and the server. Interesting. Oh, okay, got it. Web app using server.js. There's a post endpoint for analyze. All right, cool. Let's just run npm start and see what happens. Moment of truth. There it is. Person one export. Oh, cool. All right, that's my export. And then, oh shoot, I need a zip folder. Okay, I need to zip up the folder of the fake person that I created. So I'm assuming that's what it's looking for because I don't think I can upload an entire folder. So let me zip this up. Where's the compress action? Compress. There it is. I'm going to put that under downloads so I keep it separate from my projects and then upload my fake person. Fake person data. Cool. This is the moment of truth. Let's see what happens. Wow, this is actually kind of cool. So we have both seen all of these movies, 11, and we both want to see these. I think we're onto something good. This is a really good start, guys. This is a very good start. What can I do after this? All right. So I know what person A and person B wants to do. But wait. I have 22 minutes left of the stream. So let me deploy this first. Let's start by deploying it and then we'll iterate. Should I make a GitHub? Yeah, let's make a GitHub. Okay, new repo. We'll call it movie compatibility app. And I'll create this repo. And then hit copy, go into my apps, and then paste. Okay. And then I'm not going to make the same mistake I did last time. Last time I uploaded my entire node modules. So I'm going to not make that mistake and create .gitignore. Okay. Oh, fuck. I put it in the wrong folder. Okay. And inside my .gitignore, I'm going to put my node modules. And then we're going to upload everything here. Oh, shoot. Oh, I screwed up. I initiated my Git in the wrong folder. All right, we're all good. We're all good. Okay, I'm gonna copy this, go back into cursor, paste it in the correct directory this time, hit enter, and what the hell? I have to git pull. Okay. What the heck? Wait, what? Okay, no, this is okay. This is okay. Copy, paste. Huh? All right, I'm gonna copy this and then ask AI what's going on. This is all happening live. There's gonna be errors. The remote master has commits. That's weird. I'm gonna take the first option, see if that fixes it. Ugh, that did not fix it. Okay, guys, I don't know what's going on with my GitHub. Hey, Baruch. I didn't make a push, did I? Oh, I did push. Let me do a git pull then. Git pull. Origin master. origin. Yeah, that's the correct one. And it is the branch. So what the hell? Why can't I get pull? Get pull. I have not specified a branch, so get pull. Oh, you know what it is? Get checkout master. What did I do? What did I do? Did I lose all my code? How do I get that back? Get branch. Yeah, I'm on master branch. Can I go into my rebase? Where are my things, guys? I know! Purple, wide eyes. Yes, whatever that emoji looks like, that's exactly how I feel right now. What happened to my code? What happened to my code? Oh my god. I was just trying to fix a git pull issue and now everything's gone. Okay, you're right. I admit defeat. I'm just human. It's time to pull in my AI. Let me explain what happened. If you guys don't know what's going on, help me out. Help me out. Okay. Okay, let's get some help from AI. I'm gonna first explain my situation. I tried to git push into a new repo, and suddenly all my code is gone. I think there was a rebase at some point. Once I check out to the master branch, everything is gone. What can I do to get it back? Oh god. I admit defeat. I'm such a human. Please help me. What the hell? Oh my god, my code is back. Thank you, AI gods. That was funny. Honestly, that was really funny. Okay, now I'm gonna push this. Did it work? Refresh. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful. There's my app. Oh god, I think I'm sweating. Well, where was I? We're back. I was just about to push this, so let me get checkout to master again. And then we're going to initiate a Claude instance. So I'm going to go into Claude and we're going to use, actually, I can push through Claude code using skills, or I can upload with GitHub. Let's do skills. All right. Okay, I'm going to ask, do you have NodeOps skills installed? Oh my god, I only have 9 minutes of the stream left. You know what? It's even faster if I do it this way. CreateOS, switch to this tab, and then we're going to deploy a new project. I'm going to choose my repository, the one we just saved together. Movie compatibility, import, and I'm going to use build with AI because I cannot be bothered with manual right now. I'm going to call it movie compatibility app. And it's going to be the master branch and deploy. Perfect. Perfect. I know. We're all saved. Okay, while it is building, what can I do? Are there any questions from the audience? Anybody who's online about CreateOS deployment? Maybe how I saved my butt just now, or any suggestions on direction where I should take this app? Questions, comments, all welcome. Now it feels like I have a lot of time. I probably could have gone with Claude Code. Oh, we have a question. Can a single Git be used on multiple accounts? I haven't had an issue with a single Git being used on multiple accounts, but let me know. Let me know if you encounter any issues with that. So that was a pretty silly answer. So I'm gonna actually show you what it looks like to have multiple accounts. So this is my CreateOS, and I go under settings, and over here I have connected my user, my GitHub, which is Juliana Peace. I can also disconnect it as well. I can also, let's see, if I go into another account, I have multiple accounts. Again, I don't want to log out because I'm already in the middle of some kind of deployment, but maybe after this, I can quickly log out and show you what it's like to connect it to another account. Because that is a good question. Wait, where is my deployment? Here it is. Still deploying. Okay. Looks like deployment is complete. Let's take a look at the app. Oh, awesome! We did it! Woo! So I can take person one's import, person two's import. Let me do that again. Okay. And then I can hit analyze. And now we have all the movies that they have seen and all the movies they want to see. The next step for this is basically to turn it into a dating app. Now we can do analysis on it. We can figure out, maybe plan their next date and see how many overlaps they have, and maybe take a look at the genre, you know? I think this is a really great start. I know. I'm super happy. We saved GitHub, we deployed through CreateOS, and we vibe coded an MVP. Maybe for the next stream, I can take this a little further. There's not a lot I can do without the Letterbox API key, so we're gonna have to deal with like this fake, zip thing. But if you guys get a Letterbox account, add me. I would love to see the kind of movies that you want to watch. If you have any like Nigerian movies or whatever that you recommend, share it with me. Yeah, and we can even take it further. We can analyze their reviews too if they write reviews for movies as well. So yeah, we have 3 minutes left. Any questions? We use CreateOS to deploy, but you can also do it through Claude Code using skills. So let me show you what that looks like real quick. So here's NodeOps skills. If you've been doing any kind of vibe coding, skills is the thing to be doing right now. And you can actually CreateOS as a skill works with the MCP under the hood. So using LLM, like you can just say, hey, deploy this app, and then it will just deploy from straight in the terminal. For this session, I use Cursor to vibe code, but we could have used Claude Code this entire time. Claude Code uses an API key. So these are my API keys, and they do cost money, per like session that you use. For example, I was using it with OpenClaw and I used $4. Can you even see? I used $4 for OpenClaw, and I use it for Claude Code. I've used $3. I only pay like $20 for my Cursor per month, so I feel like I just end up using Cursor. But yeah, it depends whatever you're using. If you're using, yeah. Okay, so let me go back to Six Aruk's question. So coming back to, can you connect multiple accounts to a single GitHub? I'm going to log out of this account that we just deployed on. I'm going to log in with a new account. Let's go into this one. And then I'm going to check my settings. And I don't have a GitHub connected, so let's go ahead and connect that. I'm going to hit configure, select my account. Oh, by the way, if anybody has any other questions, we have about like maybe 2 more minutes left. Oh. Oh, interesting. This is not a normal connect page. I think you may be onto something. Six Aruk. Am I saying your name right? I don't think you can connect multiple accounts with the same GitHub, because I already have NodeOps connected to my account. Yep. Yeah, good catch on that one. I guess the answer is no. One GitHub account per CreateOS account. Any other questions? If there is none, yeah, Baruch. Okay, it's time to end this live stream and bid you all good night or good morning, wherever you're coming in from. I'm glad you came in to watch this stream, whether you watched it live or in the future at some point. Yeah, thank you. You're welcome. Thanks for the question, Baruch. This was a fun session. We went through, we didn't get to go into Claude Code deploying from there, but we did deploy to CreateOS. We also migrated from Bitbucket into CreateOS pretty easily, and we vibe coded a project together into the MVP stage, and we debugged a Git push issue. Thank you, Drewski. Thank you, Kanzi. Appreciate you guys staying. And maybe I can continue off this project next time, turn it into more of like a fully fleshed, less of a rinky-dink app. If not, maybe I'll surprise you with another one of my crazy ideas. But yeah, we're going to keep these vibe coding sessions. And remember, these sessions are not just for vibe coding. It's also for exploring new technologies. So if something like OpenClaw comes up again, where it's like, oh, this is like really cool technology we should check out, send it over. I'll just see what happens. I will be the guinea pig. I'll go out there and volunteer my time and my laptop. I will git clone it and we'll try it out together. So that's my new phrase, Rinky Dink app. All right. Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you next Tuesday, 8 p.m., same time. Have a good weekend.